Hello fellow YouTubers, it's me Tomversal here, and I know it's been a while, longer than it should have been, but welcome back to the Mario Kart review series. I wanted to get these out pretty quick, but it's actually taking me longer. Ironically, I've been a bit more occupied during quarantine because I've had schoolwork, and also I'm lazy as hell. I've got a job now, so I've had to work from home. Ironically, again, I've got to work from home more than I would work normally because I'm free more, if you get me. And obviously doing school work, well, college work and job work, all that stuff, it is more important than YouTube. This is just a bit of fun. But anyway, today we're into the Mario Kart 64 review. I actually first wrote the Mario Kart Super Circuit review, which is the next one. So that's another reason this has took me a while, because I took ages to do this script because I'm lazy. But anyway, without further ado, we all know this game. Let's just get into it. Mario Kart 64. Okay, so the first thing to talk about with this game is obviously the menus. And the menus in this game, they work fine, but they feel unpolished. Like, they're so rough and messy as hell. Obviously, admittedly, they do get the job done and they work, but everything is crammed onto the screen. It just looks so messy and rushed. It just looks lazy. But oh well, I guess they're easy to navigate, and that's all that matters. This game doesn't add all too much in terms of modes. You have one player Mario Grand Prix and time trials, and for multiplayer we can now have up to 4 players, which was just so much better than the standard 2 in the previous game. You can play versus, race, Grand Prix and battle mode, which was all in the previous game, so there's nothing new. And of course there's the 50cc, 100cc and 150cc, which again is nothing new, but they did add a mirror mode with this game, which was pretty cool. The roster here isn't any bigger at all than the previous one, but it is more fixed. It makes more sense than the SNES one. You have Mario, Luigi, Peach, Toad, Yoshi, Donkey Kong, Wario and Bowser. So here we have DK instead of Donkey Kong Jr. and we have Wario instead of Koopa Troopa. It makes more sense. Since it is mostly the same as the last one, I will still say it's a good roster. Small and basic, but definitely a good one to me. Wow, this game really ups the ante for its tracks compared to its predecessor. It's not as if they're just 3D versions of the sort of tracks you'd get in Super Mario Kart, no. You could picture them making any of these tracks to this day in the modern Mario Kart games. It is a huge improvement. There are less tracks, 4 cups with 4 tracks, meaning only 16 tracks, but they're so much better than before, and the names are also so much better. 3 of my favourite tracks are Koopa Troopa Beach, Royal Raceway and Wario Stadium. This is really the definition of quality over quantity. The graphics, okay, I can't lie, though the game's graphics aren't the worst of the worst, they aren't anything to write home about. They're like San Andreas, you know, where the game was just a groundbreaking achievement, but the graphics are terrible, really. They're very polygonal, and not the best textured at all, but that's just all N64 games, to be honest. The graphics are okay on some levels, but grainy on the others, so yeah. They're nothing great, but they're alright. They're better than the last game, at least they don't hurt my eyes. In my opinion, Mario Kart 64 controls quite good. A lot of people hate it, but that's probably because a lot of people hate the controller itself. I personally don't mind the N64 controller. It's weird, sure, but it's not as terrible as people make it out to be. So in my opinion, this game works well. It's really satisfying to use the Z trigger on the back of the controller to use items. I really do think this game controls well, and a lot of people are too harsh just because the controller itself is bad. The items in this game are great. They added quite a few new ones, such as the blue shell and the golden mushroom, which now everybody can get, which is so much better than the last game when you was just driving about and everybody would be getting items whenever they wanted, and items that you couldn't get. Now everybody gets them equally. You have to pass through an item box and you get an item. It is so much fairer that way. However, I do have to say the item balance in itself is terrible. You can be in first place and get free mushrooms. It's just terrible, but kind of funny at the same time. And I haven't mentioned it, but this game has terrible rubber banding. Like, the rubber banding in this game is extremely strong, so getting mushrooms in first place is a bit forgivable. Oh my god, the soundtrack to this game is just pristine. It's just as nice as Super Mario Kart. Actually no, it's better. When the tracks get tense, the music gets tense. When they're mellow, the music fits the bill. This soundtrack is just amazing, you know, and you've heard it in the background of this video. You can't tell me any of the songs I've played have been bad. I enjoy listening to the music from this game outside of the game. That's how good it is. I don't usually do that anymore, but this game is still one that I always return to for the music. It is amazing, honestly. Go listen to it if you haven't already. I can't really comment on the multiplayer to this game because of coronavirus, but either way I probably wouldn't have been able to anyway. However, I do know it's fine and fun. The battle mode here is so much better than Super Mario Kart just because of the more potential players. You can have up to 4 players, which for me still isn't enough, but you know, it's just so much better to have 4 players on a map rather than 2 like the predecessor. And the maps on this game for battle mode are obviously amazing. Block 4 is still one of the most, praised battle maps in any kart game ever. It is amazing. And yes, I know I haven't really tried it, but I do know the multiplayer here is solid. Rainbow Road. I know I'm going to get hate for this, but I just don't care for this Rainbow Road that much. Like, I don't have a passionate hate for it, but it's just so long and boring, and a lot of people like it, but I just feel like they're feeding off of nostalgia. How can you like a track where there's no danger? The final track in the game, and the only sort of danger in it is the easy to dodge chain chomps, and I guess the AI's rubber banding, but that's in every track, not just Rainbow Road. So the only thing here is this track is like 11 minutes long. It's just boring and just tedious to go through 11 minutes of nothing. I really don't like this Rainbow Road, and it's sad because the music is insanely good, really good, but the track itself just lets it down. I don't care if I'm gonna get hate for it. It's not a good Rainbow Road. Just don't feed off of nostalgia and play this without your rose tinted glasses. It is boring. So, overall, though this game isn't obviously the most balanced or appealing in the series, I do really love this game. For my money, Mario Kart 64 offers a great fun time for the N64. A huge improvement over Super Mario Kart, like, I can't say that enough. It is huge, like a huge improvement. The tracks are so much better. You've got now up to 4 players, the music is better, the roster's a little bit more fixed, you know. Everything about this game has just evolved from the last one, tenfold. It is amazing, honestly, and this is only the 2nd game in the series. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, hope you found my views interesting on this game. As a 17-year-old looking back at a game that came out before my time, I really do enjoy this game. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time when I review Mario Kart Super Circuit. Thank you for watching. fantastic. Leave your thoughts on this game in the comments below, and stay epic.